Shonde, who has joined us this week. Abiola Shonde is a digital strategist. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
And I still have here with me on my far right, Glory Oludare. He's the founder, SWOR Consult. You're welcome.
Good afternoon once again.
Thanks for being here last week.
Thank you, sir.
And Adebayo Adebori, thanks for being with us. You are now a regular guest here, and I know you are representing the youth very well.
Exactly.
You are welcome this time around.
Thank you.
So now we are going to look at how has the youth, how have they been coming together, how have they been networking to expand their horizon and to give better opportunities to the up and coming youths who are future leaders. Leader.
Thank you, sir. The youth of Nigeria in different states of the country, they are really doing great things, and there are different communities, there are different youth organizations where you find young men and women doing something great. Let me cite an example of Talent City, which is based in Lagos, founded by Inilola and Aboyeji, and that's a digital tech atmosphere. It was built maybe 2 years ago. They had started doing a lot of work, and in that atmosphere, one of the things they have there is that they develop, young men and women can come there. You will have your own space. There is room for training, and there is also room for collaboration. Collaboration that is targeted after digital tech and other areas of skills, such that our communities, our societies can become better, especially when it comes to digital tech, bringing solutions and productivity to the markets. We also have the likes of Benga, who is also the founder of Flutterwave. Flutterwave is a fintech organization whereby not only in Nigeria, not only in Africa, the whole countries, you can actually make supply of your money. You can send money through that online payment. So there are a lot of organizations, because of the running of their company, they are bringing that to effect such that the whole world can benefit from it. And the same thing applies to us at Global Youth Leadership Summit. That's one of the things we do. We run leadership training and empowerment for youths.
Thank you very much. Adebori, when you look at the setback that we had recently, that's talking about the COVID-19, how has the youth been able to rediscover themselves?
Yes, COVID-19 to me is more of a blessing. I will talk from my own personal experience. During COVID-19, it was an opportunity for me to meet new people, develop new network across the world. I have a friend in Uganda then, via the organization I was working with. I was able to develop, alongside myself and my partner from Uganda, we were able to develop a training program for educators, parents, and students across Africa. So we had about 300 participants for that program. We had it online. Yes, we had participants from Kenya, from Uganda, from South Africa. So it was an opportunity for us to bring many people to the understanding of what exists in technology. So we had programming, we had a session on STEAM, that is science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, and Scratch programming. We're trying to introduce our parents to the importance of allowing their kids to see the opportunities that exist in tech, and also trying to let our current teachers know that, yes, these are some of the things that we should also be doing to improve the lives of our students. Yeah, currently we talk about lack of employment, and most of the people that are even employed are underemployed. So these are things that they can actually do to also ensure that they get better and to see many opportunities that they can also tap into. So apart from that, I was also able to work with some other people from US around, we also had a conference on rape and some other things like that. We also did a program on gender equality. So COVID-19 is an opportunity for us to see that we can actually get more things done right from the comfort of our home. That is one of the things that COVID-19 did for us. Obviously, at that time, everyone was at home. There's something that some of my friends also did, also trying to ensure that people learn, you know, especially for people from low-income communities. They couldn't have access to online, you know, there was no phone. That was when we started having radio school. We have schools, some people will be dropping some notes for them. In fact, one of the things I also leveraged on with some of the people I have access to was, there was something that one of our network providers did then. They were sending 10, they gave us 10 free SMS per day. So I was leveraging on that to send some lessons to some students at that time. At least their parents, even if they don't have phones, their parents have a phone. So one of the things that is mostly important is having this creativity mindset. And that is one of the critical skills. That is one of the things that is important in this 21st century. You must be able to think critically. You must be able to communicate effectively. You must be able to harness your creativity in order to ensure that you get things done. So those are some of the things that we can see. COVID-19 is actually a blessing if you see it in that way. Yeah. Though there are some people that were affected, their business, and I see that as they were not really prepared for it. So that is also trying to lead us to the importance of innovation even as an entrepreneur. So if you are not innovative enough, just know that if anything should happen, you might be caught on the wrong side.
Well, that was a very good experience you had, and while some people are bemoaning and groaning that COVID-19 was a disaster for them, you had a great opportunity, and I can bet that so many youths too had that opportunity. I also had the opportunity of getting creative and connecting with the people. Thank you for that experience. Abiola, Shonde.
Yes, sir.
From the discussion, what have you got to add to the youth, looking at you being a digital strategist?
Well, I will continue from where the last speaker.
Please do.
I personally had an experience during the COVID-19 period. Prior to the COVID-19 period, it was really a time that I had to make some tough decisions about my life and about, you know, testing new waters as a youth. Okay. And the COVID-19.
You want to share the
I would love to share it.
Okay.
I'm about
so
sharing.
Let's go.
So it was a time whereby I really had to take the bull by the horn to test the milky water of entrepreneurship. And funny enough, it was during the period I had to resign from my paid job.
Resign from a paid job?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because I felt that I really needed to do more than I had more capacity to achieve more with what I have. And when the COVID-19 era came, it was just like a blessing in disguise for me, because I had more time to myself, I had more time to plan, I had more time to learn new skills during that period. And in fact, by the time I was leaving the that era, that period, different, several opportunities opened up locally and internationally. Okay. And that has been one of the things that has strengthened my entrepreneurship journey even till now, and still keeping me in business even till now.
Okay, with that opportunity you had,
yes, sir,
that breakthrough,
yes, sir,
how are you impacting that knowledge, that experience on the youth?
Yeah, I work directly with the Truck Consult. Actually, I run a digital and web solution company in town, and one of the skill I train people on is web designs and development, mobile app designs, graphic designs, digital marketing, and quite a lot of skills around the tech. And by and large, for over the 2 years I've started, I have been able to teach quite a lot of people, both online and offline, some soft skills, and some of them do come. In fact, I still have some now that I take, on a mentorship level, for them to also take their feet.
Giving them hope.
Giving them hope, So it's a way of of also giving back to the society. Yeah. And my very good friend also at the Truck Consult and Leadership Academy has also given me that platform to be able to partner with them. You talked about collaboration, you talk about networking. So I believe that a tree cannot, make a forest. So we need to synergize.
I was going to the issue of networking.
Yes.
So please go on.
We need to collaborate. So when the idea came, I just saw it as a great opportunity to also work with the vision. So, and it has been a very great story that we know we will have more time to share in later future.
Thank you very much. It has also been a great story and a great happening that Adebayo Adebori is also joining you.
Yes,
you see, this platform, except the youth are not ready to take the gauntlet, except they are not ready to face the challenges of the world. And of course, that is why we dedicated this program to ensuring that the youth have a place. They should have a new vision. They should have a strategy with which they can grapple with life and make a very successful path. And if you look at it, now you are competing with the outside world, with the youth internationally. So how has it been?
Thanks once again, sir. It's been a long journey with different experience, I must say. But one of the important lessons we need to learn in the 21st century is on the fact that synergy, collaborative effort, and productive networking will be of great importance to us in this digital era. And if you look around us, if you look at the various continents in the world, especially if you look at the, I'm going to mention some big companies in the world today that you cannot do without them, whether you like it or not. And I'm going to attach that to networking and synergy. Talk about Meta or Facebook. Talk about Microsoft. Talk about Apple. Talk about Google. And let's also look at Tesla. If you look at these 5 global companies that I've mentioned, one of the most important things they have is that they synergize, they collaborate, and through that platform that they have, they are able to reach all the nations of the earth. They are reaching every nation of the world. You can't do it the automobiles. When you talk about Tesla, you cannot do without Facebook. When you talk about Zuckerberg, these are people who are working together. In fact, when it comes to the issue of Bitcoin, we all know that recently, about a month ago, Elon Musk was about to bid the market to buy Twitter. And Twitter is also a company that is working on a collaborative atmosphere in order to provide their services and products to the entire world. So for us, it has always been my joy, because as far as our organization is concerned, every one of them has their own businesses. And another thing is that we now collaborate. You are into tech, you are into, I'm into education leadership, and another person is also into HR, another person is into social media. So what we did was that we collaborated. Yes, we synergized, and we are doing what we are doing at different atmosphere.
Okay, Adebori, how much of access do you have in the market? And how has governments, international bodies, how have they embraced you?
Okay. I personally have had access to a lot of opportunities, mostly from international bodies. I'm not going to talk about, yes, the government is also trying, at least we have access to electricity to a bit, and then the networks, right? That gives us the platform to connect with our friends and partners all over the world. And something that has also helped is the value that we are creating. One thing that international bodies are looking towards, they are looking forward to, is somebody that can deliver. So far you have integrity, you are somebody that they can actually work with, and you can deliver what they want. So when I started my consult, doing consult, one of the things that happened was that a company in Canada reached out to me around global student recruitment. Okay, if I have students from Nigeria that wants to study in Canada, in Australia, in UK or US, they said I should just get there. They will do the works for them. They will ensure that they get admission and some other things around that. And we have been working on that. That's been working. We have some of our students that will be traveling very soon. We have some that have already started their education. So where are we going? So far you've positioned yourself in a way that you publicize what you are doing, you are adding value, and then you make sure that what you are doing, people know about it. That is also important. There is no point, even if you are doing the best thing here and nobody knows, you are just there. But find a way to let people know about what you are doing, and that is the importance of networking.
Yeah, that takes me to Adola Shonde. Yes. They've been talking about collaborating, networking, and you are a digital strategist. Now communicating to the outside world about your values, about your virtues, about your qualities. How do you now educate the youth on how to use digital infrastructure in reaching out, in exploring, in exposing, and taking advantage of that new media?
Well, I must say we are lucky in this dispensation, and the rate at which information spreads now, it's a great one, and it spreads at a very high speed. And I must say that every youth must, in a way, look for a way of first and foremost understanding who they are, and understanding that they have something to offer. Before technology will come in, before digital tools or learning how to use a digital tool will come in, then I think the first thing every youth should know is you have something to offer. There's a problem that you are here to come and solve. Once you are able to understand that problem and you find your way around the solution to that problem, then that is when you now look for a way of taking advantage of the digital tools around to, now use at your own advantage. The reason why we have a lot of, in quotes, a nuisance in the blogosphere now is because a lot of people don't really understand. They think everything, this social media is about noise making. And we look at it, majority of people that churn out content nowadays, noise, we have a lot of noise. We have very little of value. That's why I said...
So how do we reduce that?
Yes, that's why I said youths need to understand the fact that they are here for an assignment. There's a solution that you should provide. Whether by your experience, whether by the level of your academic qualification or the skill set you have, there is a solution that you can provide. Then after you now have that, then you can look for a way of positioning yourself using digital to start adding value to the society. When you start adding value, be consistent with the addition of that value. Because that's what I see that a lot of youth do. Whenever they start something, they are not tenacious enough. Yes, they are not tenacious enough to pursue that which they are doing online. So you have something better, be consistent with that thing you are doing. And I want to believe that by the time, before you know it, the news will go viral and you become somebody of repute.
Let me quickly add. When you, I know that so many youths are deprived. They do not have the enablement. Yeah. And I want you to advise them and probably come up with some probable solutions or hints as to how they can get over their limitations, how they can connect to areas that can be of support?
Okay, every social platform has what we call a group, assigned for specific objective. Whether you're on Facebook or you are on LinkedIn and Twitter, we have quite some groups that you can follow, people you can follow online, that they will be of value to you. I think that is what youth should be deliberate enough to go and follow people. Yes.
Who can grow them.
Yes.
People can
that can add value to them. We have people that churn out value every single day. We have Telegram groups, we have WhatsApp groups that are value-laden. All they need to do is to do more research on it rather than wasting a lot of time on things that does not matter to their life while online.
Thank you very much. Glory Oludare. I'm glad having the youth around with me, and of course I'm thrilled because I wish I'm young again. Of course, I'm still a youth. I think we agree that I'm still a youth.
Yes.
So, well, the issue I want you to probably look at is how do you advise the youth to imbibe education?
To imbibe
Education. As a bedrock.
Okay. Well, 3 things empowered a nation to become productive progressively. Number 1 is leadership. Number 2, education. And number 3, entrepreneurship. These 3 things, we cannot run away from it. In fact, they are the most effective foundational principles upon which a nation is productive. And this is not a matter of speaking. So what I will advise the youths out there to do is to look for, to relearn, to unlearn, and to go for what we call self-education. Because self-education helps your belief system, and it also reconstructs your mindset into what you have and what you can do. So we need our young men and women out there to relearn, unlearn, in order to get better.
Thank you very much. Adibori, your last bite.
Yes. I will start from there. As Ventofa has said, the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read nor write, but those who cannot unlearn, relearn. Because as it stands now, nobody should say that, okay, I don't have access to this, that is why I'm not learning this. We have YouTube. There are millions of videos that you can actually watch. People are talking about, yes, I want to go into tech, I want to be doing coding and other things like that. You can actually start your learning